And it's almost like the ceiling not even recognized now for the Celtics with the news from today. Let's show you the trade that went down for these Celtics as they continue to improve the roster. And, of course, Jayson Tatum's going to return for this group. Maybe this season, maybe next season, but he's coming. Nikola Vucevic, that's a big piece, Vince, for this squad that makes you maybe look at them differently.
It is a big piece, and it's a great pickup for them for the simple fact of he's a scorer. He's a guy that can get you in the penalty. He's a veteran that's been around that understands how to play the game. So he's going to pick up the offense and the philosophy quickly. You can implement him right now in your second unit until you're ready. He's an asset. You can play him in the second half of the season into the playoffs that's been there and that doesn't get rattled and can understand, can make plays for you to take pressure off of JB or whoever, because you can play through him to be a facilitator. I think it's a great pickup.
He has versatility to their roster, right? I mean, because adding him to their second unit, you could go to him in the interior, slow down the pace, especially when you get to the playoffs. You don't want to play fast. You want to have somebody that can kind of slow the pace down, get quality shots. You can play through him, whether it's him scoring or facilitating as well for the team.
Look, Melo, with the Celtics team, when you knew you weren't going to have Tatum for a lion's share of this season, we knew it wasn't going to be a rebuild. But we didn't know they'd be sitting here second in the East, tied with the Knicks, who, by the way, they take on Super Bowl Sunday. That'll be a fascinating watch. But aside from Jaylen Brown, how did they get here?
Identity. I mean, the Boston Celtics' identity has been the same over the past couple of years. They've been winning with this identity. They have won with this identity. They won a championship with this identity. Their system is a plug-and-play system. So whoever's in that system will be able to perform on a night-to-night basis and bring something different to that system. They doing all this without JT. I mean, we talk about JT being out, but what JB is actually doing and leading this train and leading this organization and proving to everybody out there around the world who doubted him, saying that I can do this and I can do this at the highest level, just like other guys in this league.
If Jayson Tatum comes back this season, how does it look rhythm-wise for a guy who's missed so much and for a team that's operating at a high level, knowing that he's an otherworldly talent?
Well, you can't. You're gonna miss. You miss what JT is doing. But again, JT's been out. JB has structured that into another lane that I got this right now. So when JT comes back, he's going to have to worry about his body and his
rhythm.
You know, his rhythm and his condition and game shape, because working out and squatting 800 pounds and 1,000 pounds is totally different than getting out there and getting in game shape. So it's going to be interesting when JT comes back. But I do like what I'm seeing from Boston. They making them little trades, man. When you competing at the top, it's the game within the game that you win. And Boston is doing that right now.
This is what people don't understand. You lose Porzingis, JT is out, Drew Holiday is gone, and Al Horford is gone. That's 57% of your offense that is gone. And to come into a season where you got different players in the lineup, implement them into your system, and you're tied for second in the East, and you're half of your duo is leading charge. Listen, man, he has to be front runner MVP.
But Tatum, the beautiful thing about bringing Tatum back is you're in a position where you said second in the East, so you can bring him back slowly. You can bring him off the bench to get him acclimated, because with that injury, we sat and talked to Dame, and a lot of guys, when we come back from injury, is our hesitancy. We're a little hesitant about that injury, and now you can bring JT back slowly. You don't have to put him in there where he's playing the mind game. You want him to play carefree basketball, but come off the bench, now be a second option or be a number one option with your second unit with Vucevic and all that. I like that situation as opposed to throwing them back in the starting lineup and the pressure of still making it work. We've seen that for other superstars struggle with that.
So I got a question for you guys. So if we're talking about JT coming back, we only have, after the break, about 20-some games. How many games does JT have to play in order for him, what's that? Is it 15? Is it 10?
I want JT to come back. If he decides to come back this season, give yourself some runway so you can get acclimated to getting back into the game and in game shape.
What is that, though? Is that 10 games?
I think the beauty of it doesn't matter.
I'm not throwing you back into the fire right away, because we have something rolling right here. So it's not the same as before. Like we bring a T-Mac off the bench. It's like, nah, this is not those days. ways. Coming off the bench for the right team in the right situation, just at the right time, just to get myself going, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And Boston is an organization, is a team who allows guys to feel comfortable and confident with whatever they're doing.
And I also think JT is in that mind space of I'm okay with coming off the bench. I'm okay with him coming off the bench for the next 20 games, getting ready for the playoffs to get comfortable.
I agree.
Like take that pressure off of him.
It's just wild we're talking about the Celtics like this at this point in the season, right?
Because of JB.
It's crazy. And I thought it was fascinating, T-Mac, the fact that you say maybe he should be considered as front runner for this MVP because of what he's doing for this organization. Okay, so let's look at the East as it stands right now. Pistons, by narrow margin, are the top team in the East. They made a move. They got shooting. They added Herter. They added Sarge. You look at the Knicks. You look at the Celtics. They play on Super Bowl Sunday. Who do you like right now as the roster is fortified as is today?
Got who you asking right now?
The New York Knicks. Well, talk to me. Sell me on the Knicks.
I'm not selling you on the Knicks, but I will say.
But I will sell you on the Knicks.
Detroit made a move, a major move, to go beat the New York Knicks in the East. Boston just made a very subtle but powerful move to beat the Knicks in the East. The Knicks ain't doing nothing. They sitting there, they finding their rhythm. They on a 6-7 game win streak. Going into the All-Star break, they still have a couple more games to go. But we're talking about coming down the stretch. The Knicks team has always been built for a playoff team.
Or did they just make the move just to win in the East? Maybe not just the Knicks, just to win in the East. Both of those teams.
They did. They want to beat the Knicks.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Detroit and Boston.
It all comes back.
Be clear. Okay. Just making sure.
Would you guys co-sign? Where are you at with the East and who's the team to beat right now?
I like Detroit. I like Detroit's move because I felt like they were already, leading the pack. But to add Kevin Herter, add another dynamic shooter, along with what, the duo of Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Durham. And you have, Duncan Robinson on one wing. You can have Kevin on and allow Cade Cunningham to do his thing and get into the paint. I like what they did.
I like it as well. I'm interested to see if Toronto does something because they're playing great basketball right now. Can you find another piece to stay in the hunt and in the race with what the Knicks are already doing and what Boston and now
what is
Detroit
the piece?
Like
what?
That is the question.
For Toronto?
What's maybe another big right now because Jakob Poeltl has been injured and Scotty Barnes has done a great job. But now when you're talking about playoffs, do you want now Scotty Barnes now having to deal with Jaylen Duren, Isaiah Stewart over there,
Vooch now in the East contender.
The Knicks and whoever you guys throw at the bigs there. So that's asking a lot from him. So maybe, I'm just curious to see what happens in the next couple of days with some of those contenders. Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.